Hey, yo, what's up, guys? I hope you guys are good.
Yo!
So yeah, man, you guys have been asking for a podcast, covering up some manly conversations. So I was like, guys, let me just do it with my boy here. So this is my boy Awa. Welcome, boy.
Wait, guys.
What's
Your
your
show, my boy.
How do you feel? How do you feel that you're here today?
I know, bro. I feel proper, man. Yeah, proper.
And how do you feel about being questioned by me? Like, do you think I ask the right questions?
I don't know. It's questions. You see how it goes, though. I might ask you questions as well. You know what I'm asking? Yes, buza nje imbuzo so what.
Kunombuzo omkhulu ongipesela wena phela mina uqala ukuthi unjani wena nje, like how are you?
We're starting it small. I'm good, my boy. I'm good. Nah, I'm alright, bro. Just coming out of a long weekend. So Easter not so long ago.
Yeah.
So,
and did you celebrate Easter itself?
That's a topic. You want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Talk about. Nah, I didn't celebrate Easter, my boy.
Yeah.
I didn't celebrate Easter. It's been with you, dog. The fuck, this nigga as if I was buying porn or something.
No, I'm asking because now that you mention it, it's obviously saying it's okay. An important event has passed by.
Yeah.
And you're looking back at it. You understand? So now, what I wanted to understand is that. Since it seems like it was an important event for you, do you say that you celebrated it now?
It was an important event for me. I don't celebrate Easter.
It's
me asking you. I know that you're not Christian, right? So it's like me asking you that you don't. It's like me asking you that you celebrate Easter. No, you don't. Yeah. I'm not Christian either, remember? Mm-hmm. So it's not like I don't celebrate. It's controversial. I'm not Christian. I believe in God.
Yeah. Okay.
You get me. So yeah. I didn't see the need of celebrating Easter. I didn't see the need of celebrating Easter. Yeah.
You didn't see the need.
Nah.
And what is the message behind the Easter?
I don't know. I think bro forgot what the message was because now people all about bunnies.
Oh, about celebrating and all the bunnies. I think the message is.
Remember, Easter is basically about the awakening of who Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yes.
That's what Easter is about, right? Okay. He died on Good Friday. I don't know why his death day is called Good Friday.
Why?
Why is it? We can't resist it, but then so died on Good Friday, rose again on Easter Sunday.
Okay.
That's basically Easter, celebrating he has risen.
Okay, yes.
I don't celebrate Easter.
It's celebrating resurrection, baby. The day of resurrection. It's a day of resurrection.
I think there's there's a day called the day of resurrection, so I don't think it's the day of resurrection, but I get what you're saying. That is basically the day of someone who risen.
Yes, risen, yeah. So, would you say that when it comes to certain words that we've adapted as a society, right? Yeah. Like now, when we say the Easter, in the long run, the title that we've given it gets more stuck than the principle behind the celebration.
Fact.
So, do you think that we should maybe change things and call them by their principle or by their functions of what they do?
Like, I feel like that's very, I don't know, man. It depends. Look, when someone says Easter, people don't think Jesus Christ. They think Easter egg hunt. They think bunnies. Okay. Because that's what we were talking about earlier on. Was I think it was a few days ago. Okay. It's marketing. Easter has now been marketed
the marketing is the blood. You think that's to blood basically.
Yeah.
To blood up.
Yeah, like to be represented as Easter bunnies and Easter eggs instead of it being based on the second coming of Jesus Christ. Because kids now growing up celebrating this thing with Amatrand.
Okay, they're looking at it as Amatrand. But then, wouldn't you say that maybe the unpackaging of maybe a certain brand of Amatrand or Corona, would you say it's like the opening of them resembles the meaning behind the celebration of Easter?
How you opening chocolate? Unless Jesus was a chocolate skinned man.
No, I'm saying that to have a product for that day that seems to be very, very important in society, right? Wouldn't you say that the activities that should be practiced on that day should be something that represents the idea of the day of resurrection?
I know the Catholic, because I grew up Catholic in a Catholic household. We went to church, and I think the grown-ups would be inside having service, and Tina. Excuse me, when I was younger. would go to like the people hide like eggs, then we have to like Easter egg hunts.
Okay.
So the grown-ups are having these grown-up conversations.
Okay.
The kids are having the Easter egg hunt. I think that's how it went on, is that because I don't go to church anymore. The more you go to church, they try integrating you into these adult conversations to a point where they call the kids, you're not going there anymore. You're staying there with the adults and they're talking about these things of Easter.
Okay.
But now I think it's messed up because not everyone is going to church anymore. Not everyone is going to the house of the Lord, as they say, to get the message of Easter. And if they are, these kids are seeing Easter on TikTok.
Yeah.
You get it? They're seeing the idea of Easter on TikTok, and the idea of Easter on TikTok is literally bunnies and rabbit.
Oh yeah. Also, that's what comes up into my head. It's like it's a funny day,
it's a fun day, but
yeah,
it's not. It's supposed to be a day.
It's supposed to be a day that's supposed to be taken seriously.
Very seriously, man. This guy died a few days ago and he's rising up. That is very serious. So because of that, like a lot of things happen. It's the reason why I don't celebrate Easter is because of my drift off from Christianity, because I don't really understand it. Why is if Christianity is so, it's the actual religion I want bash. Why is it that's the only religion that they play around with in movies? You don't see these Hollywood people making movies about Hinduism, they make jokes here and there about Jews, but Christians are always played against, because the devil, I'm pretty sure the devil comes up more times in the Christian Bible than the Bible. He's the one who did wrong, betrayed God, and they play around good and bad like that. The devil versus like angel versus demons. Angels is biblical, demons are obviously Satan. So because of that play that they do, it made me kind of drift away from religion. Like why they disrespect Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's...
I'm calling it a disrespect, basically.
I'm saying Christianity is disrespected and they take the disrespect. Yeah. They don't see them... like, Kanye spoke shit about Jews. He was cancelled. You don't talk shit about Muslims. They'll probably blow you. They'll bomb you. Yeah, lad. But you...
okay, no, I get you.
How did you... what's your thought? My thought on your thought on this case of Easter and how it's like perceived today? And
I wouldn't say I have much to say about it, you understand, but my understanding of it were the day of resurrection. One thing I can say is that it wasn't really something that I celebrated as a young kid. I think I was one of those children that were actually always sort of like bled out from the activities of the world that are happening. I'm beginning to question them now and be like, okay, and having conversations with them about people would say, what do you actually think about this? How have you been practicing it? And what benefit has it been given you celebrating that day specifically? Understand? Especially if it's being labeled as a holy day. You understand? It's like, okay, why are you guys celebrating this thing?
Okay.
What's the meaning behind the celebration? Okay, it's Christmas, it's Easter, it's New Year. But what are we really celebrating? You understand? Because now life has become a place where we're always looking to celebrate something.
Yeah, that's very true.
You understand? You are always looking to celebrate something and then maybe post about the celebration. It's always we always want to have something good. I must celebrate. Which is a good thing to reward yourself. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But now you need to celebrate the right things. You understand? So you can't just celebrate.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you chose Kuti and you are celebrating. It needs to be the right thing. But then now, obviously the question comes as to what is the right thing? And knowing the right thing, man, I think that comes from the divine. You'll know when to celebrate. What's to celebrate. And you'll know shame. So I think life is we're in a place where everyone just wants to celebrate whatever it is out there, the smallest things. Celebrate, guys. Treat yourself if you're doing something good for yourself. But then, most of all, just know what to celebrate. Because certain things you might be celebrating them, and they're not good things.
Jingan,
what can you say you celebrate, but it's not a good thing? Yes. That's an interesting question.
I feel like, I don't know, in terms of celebrating, if we can't then pinpoint it to one type of celebration. If I feel like what I did was good enough for me, and then I wanted to celebrate it, who are you to say it's not a good thing?
Okay, let's go to small. Let's go to small boys, right? So we know Guti, as we are growing up, we know Guti, we are being told that numbers matter.
Okay.
You understand? As a guy, you are told that numbers matter.
Okay.
What number? The moment your number is smaller than the next guy, like now you start questioning yourself.
Wait, I'm talking about body count.
No, okay, let's take it to body count. Then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like what is? Do you think you should as a man you should celebrate
body
a high number or a low number? Which one is to celebrate? The high number or the low number?
Each point is subjective. Because there's a thing here.
What's number one?
There's a thing that I don't know. There's that pride thing that you get from hearing like a body count of, let's say, 85. You get me? Imagine 85. Like it gives you that confidence boost that I am who I think I am.
Yeah.
Because of this, right? So it's very subjective, but you also get people who don't value numbers like that.
Okay.
Men who value, in this case, quality over quantity.
Okay.
So they're like, I have 8 bodies, but these 8 bodies were perfect. These 8 bodies were a long-term relationship that we broke up because maybe they were.
So you're looking at the how much you practiced, basically.
I'm saying
I'm looking at the practice because now obviously you being there for a long time. That's like saying I've practiced for a long time, eh?
Yeah, but this again. Remember, we were talking about numbers. Nothing to do with practice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying to you, ask me, do I celebrate? Like we're talking about celebrating, like celebrate.
Yeah, I'm saying that this is something that we celebrate that we're not supposed to be.
And I'm saying to you that if
you're supposed to celebrate a high body count,
I feel like if I want to celebrate it, you can't tell me I can't celebrate it because it's my.
Oh, you're saying it's a subjective.
Exactly, subjective. Again, some people. But
let's say this. Let's say that because now we are faced with, we come into a world and we realize that we perceive the world with other people. You understand? And then within that perceiving of the world, we have something that is called morals and ethics, right?
Okay.
So when you yourself, I do, because now these morals and ethics are shared within a community. Mm. You don't come up with them for yourself. They're not an individual thing.
Mm.
You understand? So would you say that when you base your achievement upon the ethics of the world that has been set, right?
Okay.
Do you think with that in mind, would you still say, Gusi, you're not supposed to question your wins?
Yeah, I feel like
in terms of the ethics.
Yeah, but remember, like, everything's subjective, man.
Okay.
Like everything's subjective. I don't like Orlando Pirates, but when the team wins, people celebrate Orlando Pirates. I feel like it's wrong. Yeah. Other people hate Orlando Pirates. They feel like it's wrong too.
So it's gonna be wrong for you to celebrate that they won, right?
It's wrong. It's wrong for me.
That you hate them.
It's wrong for me to say it's wrong for them to celebrate it. If they want to celebrate Pirates winning, who am I then to question that? Because that's what they see.
So you're basically saying that you can celebrate wins and losses.
No, I'm saying you can celebrate whatever you want to celebrate as long as you want to celebrate it. Be it wins, be it losses, be it draws. As long as it's something you want to celebrate.
Yes, so you're saying that losses should also be celebrated.
Or in the context of.
So after the celebration, what's the reaction after the celebration? Do I say this is a chance to start over again and I'm given a second chance, or do you say I failed? Okay, now let me chill.
Again, it depends. Remember, everything is contextualized. Man, everything has to go with the context. Yeah. It depends.
So certain failures make you want to stop.
Like then that failure made you stop. Something. Then that failure put a pause on something. Again,
that's what I'm saying. So
we're talking about celebrating, right? And if there's a good celebration or a bad celebration, and I'm saying that there's a celebration, be it good or bad, that goes with you. And again, what I see as something like I'd celebrate a body count of 90. Okay. You wouldn't see it smart to celebrate a body count. But now you can't tell me that I'm wrong for celebrating what I want to celebrate, because again, it's my celebration.
Yeah.
It's like me celebrating for you. You can then say, "Hey, you can't celebrate for me."
But then do you realize that I think I basically believe in minimizing things or minimizing experiences.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So
minimizing things.
The more I minimize my experiences, the more I'm able to experience one thing to its core. You understand? This is basically saying, see, I'm looking through the window, and that's all I'm doing. You understand? I'm not looking through the window and watching what the TV is doing, because we have 2 eyes, and these 2 eyes can only see one picture.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? They can only see one picture. So imagine that's like saying, would say, I believe we say in human beings that you can find every part of everyone in one human being. Some part of relation, or let me just say some part of relation. So that's why I'm saying that I think when you minimize things, that's when now you have a vivid view of that specific thing.
Okay.
Rather than having different 10 views and you only understand 0.1, 0.2, 0.5.
Okay.
You understand? Why not have a probability of 1? I understand this one thing.
Mm.
And then it makes you vivid and you're able to focus on that specific thing and not be, distracted by other things that are happening into the world.
Okay.
It's like now, let's say we are saying, let's go play soccer.
Yeah.
The game gets boring as soon as whoever takes out a phone and he's standing in one place and then just please, ngama cheetah say mark. You understand what I'm saying? That's like I'm afraid to slide the ball so.
When a man just
So keep it belas.
Sure.
Yeah, and told us like chill out, like
this
is the experience we're having now.
Like
just push your focus on that experience specific and let the other things go.
Okay.
Be constant, be within the moment, be here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So it means so that moment, the moment your number is high, it's like this nigga can't focus.
Number, are we talking about body count now?
Not in terms of body count. We're talking about what were we talking about that topic? We were talking about ethics. Ethics. Good. See, there's obviously there's one way of celebrating. You can't say you can celebrate both sides of things.
Okay, who are you then to say that what I'm celebrating is wrong? Remember, people grow up differently, and because people grow up differently, what you see as right, I might not see as right, and what I see as wrong, you might see as right.
So like, okay, let's say again.
So it's very subjective. Like
okay, let's say something is, because now it can have two events.
Okay.
One can be an accident, and then one can be an intention.
Purpose. Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So let's say I failed to get bumped by accident.
You failed to get into an accident.
I failed to get an accident. That's something to celebrate.
You failed to get an accident.
Yeah.
You fail. I think it's topology. You use the same word. I think fail. I don't think so. I don't know. You failed to get into an accident.
Oh, it was a coincidence that it didn't
Your
happen.
intentions were getting into an accident, but you couldn't get into one. So
okay, no, okay. Let me. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. I think that.
No, it's not wrong. I think you just used two of the same words.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. We know.
Yeah,
you
said the right
an accident. Yeah.
Yeah. So you.
Let's say again, it was a coincidence that you did not get bumped.
Let's just say you didn't get in an accident.
Yeah, you didn't get in an accident. Okay. Yeah. You didn't get into an accident.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in a situation whereas you took a knife and you cut yourself.
Ha.
Yeah.
Hey, bo.
Yeah, it's an example.
Ha.
It's an example. The question is That's an intention.
Ha. From accident to cutting your wrist. Malafed. Okay.
Would you say that's an intention?
Yeah, why did you cut? You cut your hand on purpose?
Yeah, you cut it on purpose.
Yeah, obviously you perfectly cut your hand. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah.
But now, what does that have to do with celebrating? Like, I'm still trying to say that there is no such thing as a wrong celebration. There is a subjective. Everything is subjective. So if you see, like, I'm not a Converse fan. You love Converse.
Okay, yeah.
You celebrate buying a new pair of All-Stars, right? and I don't fuck with that. Can I then say Temba is wrong for celebrating buying his All-Stars? No. Temba liked the All-Stars, so Temba celebrated buying his own stars.
Okay,
to get it.
Yeah.
So that's subjective. It
but
doesn't mean if I see
that state where, as we are saying, I'm an individual person. I don't care what someone else
it's not I don't
says.
care. It's I respect the person enough to respect their choices. So it's not I don't care. You're actually caring because Temba likes All Stars. I'm not going to disrespect him.
But doesn't that explain the system of capitalism? Whereas this is like saying it's all about me. I don't care about the morals. I don't care about the ethics.
It's not all about you.
Isn't that what capitalism preaches?
Don't know what capitalism preaches. I don't know.
So capitalism is like saying, I care about me. Like,
okay.
as long as I eat, I don't care about the rest. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying, that certain wins can be measured. It's okay. If I'm winning,
So if it was a capitalistic
let's say
win, then it's looked as wrong.
I'm not saying that it's looked as wrong
Okay.
or right, but I'm someone that doesn't like the capitalism itself. I don't know about you guys. Comment down and let us know what do you guys feel about capitalism.
Yeah, write down the description. I don't think we're in the state of writing descriptions right now, but write the description of what capitalism is. Capitalism.
So yeah, capitalism
In the
is
link, in the
capitalism.
description, in the comment section, so that we also know what it is. Because I don't.
You don't know what capitalism is.
Shape. I probably know.
Okay, let me tell you what
time.
capitalism. So capitalism is basically you saying, Guti, it's a self-interest economy.
Okay.
Whereas you saying, Guti, I make a profit. I don't care about the poor.
Oh,
okay. As
Yeah,
long
that
as no,
sounds
okay,
familiar.
I make a profit. I don't care about your welfare. Let's put it that way. Let's not say
Okay.
the poor. I don't care about your welfare.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that in that sense, I can produce a product, ne, that can kill you. You understand?
Uh-huh.
But I don't care about the fact that you are dying. I
Yes,
care
I'm
about the
making
fact that
money.
I'm making money.
Oh, okay.
So in a communist, when you're being communist, right, which is something that's being preached in the African moral theory, ne? If you guys check it out, a lot of people don't know about that. Actually, it's actually they're actually being preached in like business. In business, they actually preach the African moral theory.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so communism then comes. It's a place where, as now we are saying, it's no more me, you. It's I and I. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You, I, and I.
Yeah.
Meaning that you are me,
And I'm you.
and I'm you. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
meaning that whatever you do hurts me. If you do something wrong,
yeah.
young coward.
You're a coward.
You understand? If I do something wrong, you're coward.
Coward.
We are one. You understand? Meaning
I
that
get you.
we are two legs. If you had this leg, we can't play soccer. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, Guti. That's why now it comes to say, okay, if what I'm doing now, these are the ethics, like I'm an ethics that they believe, according to the African moral theory, comes from the divine, right? So they believe, we would say, like, when how you should question your wrongs and rights is by you saying, Guti, this action that I'm doing, what does it do to someone else?
Okay.
This is you being sympathetic and putting your shoes into someone else's shoes. And then now you question those wrongs and rights and be like, oh, if I lay a bomb here, not only me that will die, 10 people, other people will die.
Yeah,
okay, it means this is wrong. And then you don't do it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I get that.
So if you say as long as I'm not, you understand, then be confined with that. Then something is wrong. It's like, yo, dog, like, can't you like think
I
what are people? So do you think which society do you think would actually work out for people? Capitalism or? And another thing that capitalism actually believes is that the fact that if I do myself right, I'm automatically doing right for the other people.
That's what
you think that's true?
I feel like being selfish, as fucked up as it sounds, is the best way to go.
It's the best way to go.
Look, yourself over everyone else.
Okay.
I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat selfish with myself, and I'll put myself first if I had to.
In any situation.
In every situation, yeah. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm suffering to make someone else better than me. I'll never do that. I'll always look after myself. I'll put myself first in a situation. If there's a bus in the car, and the chances, like I can. Let's say there's a car crash that's about to happen, and there's a woman there, and she needs saving. But if I attempt to save her, there's a 45% chance that I might die with her. Okay. I'm not gonna save her.
You know what I say?
I'm not gonna save her because I'm not gonna gamble for 5%. I'm very selfish with myself.
So you're measuring in that sense.
I'm what?
You measure the probability of that. You still want to survive. You meaning that?
Yeah, obviously everything that I.
But isn't that being you did think for the other person?
I didn't think for the person.
You don't think.
I won't. No, I'm gonna take care of myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm a very selfish individual. I'm not going to put anyone but myself above me. There's never. Nope.
You never save anyone else for you.
If I will save someone, if it's not going to if it's not going to, what's that I'm looking for? If it's not going to disadvantage me,
Okay.
you get it. So I'll save someone. Yeah, sure. But if it's on coward, I'm not gonna save you. Why am I suffering for you to be fine?
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna save the
I'm
person.
not gonna save the person. I'm very
But then wouldn't you say it's also based on the fact that it's also about the right person to save?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
If it's, let's say it's your child again,
I've never had kids, so I would never know about that. You
can say it's based on the relationship that you formed with
it's
someone.
based on current relationships. If a trainer's about him, my little brother,
okay,
and I love my little brother. He's shame, love that nigga. Love you, my boy. Or my older brother, Tom, love you, boy. But if let's say there's a 65% chance that me saving them means I'm gonna die with them, he had his chance. He had his chance. I'm not gonna save them.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna save them. I'm gonna save myself.
So you're saying, Gucci, this thing is actually situational in
it's not situational. Yeah, in the sense of as long as it does not disadvantage me, I am willing to help. As long as I'm suffering, when I start suffering, I'm gonna pull back and I'm not gonna help.
You're not gonna help
because I don't want to suffer.
Okay.
I don't want to suffer. I don't see.
So you believe that capitalism is actually something that's better than
I feel like capitalism is
communism itself.
way better. Because why would you? It's what Trump was doing. Trump, when he pulled US aid.
Okay.
It's like he was. What's the thing? Communist, right? Communism, right? He was supplying the most money to these countries in need, but his country was not even benefiting from all of that.
You think that came from the system of communism?
Back. Yeah, like that.
But they built the system of communism.
Yeah, the system what they do with US aid, where they're giving African countries or other countries these services, right? They were not benefiting from that. They were suffering. The US economy was suffering, so other people could benefit.
So are you saying that it would be a smart thing for in African countries they should be able to take care of themselves at this point? This America saying, guys, learn how to take care of themselves.
Definitely.
You're saying that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And how do you think our leaders will actually handle that? You think they will actually
they won't.
They won't be able to handle it.
Obviously the ones that are in power now.
Yes.
No, they won't.
What about you? What about? I don't like going that deep into politics, but maybe.
You're gonna say Julius.
Yeah, you still want to
Malema. You're gonna say Mr. Malema. Nah, shit. Mr. Malema is. Look, I understood when his open border system was a very smart tactic, right? Okay. I feel like it's smart to have an open border system. I think some countries in Europe have that system where you don't, it's an open border. Like you can travel from Germany to Italy, or from Germany to France, in a train.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
It would be cool to travel from South Africa to Namibia in a train, and you don't have to wait at a bus stop or at a. Boy, I go to Zim. I travel out of the country a lot of times, and the tedious process you go through the border is horrendous, my boy. It's horrible. So imagine where you don't even have to do that. So that was Malema's vision of the open border system. We're Africans. Why do we need to put borders upon ourselves?
Okay.
Like let's just it's not our thing, guys. Let's just move in Africa. Let's be one.
Okay.
Right? Love it. The other thing was that he was not thinking for the people of the country. South Africans, I don't want to say by nature are xenophobic, but South Africans are capitalists themselves. South Africans don't want to suffer, so that foreigners are good. No. But the problem with that is that they don't want to suffer, but they don't want to do anything. So they end up suffering. Okay. You get it?
I get where
so Julius Malema, I was like, it's a good idea, bad initiation.
Bad initiation.
I think you should have gradually introduced this idea and then just open.
Okay. So maybe that's why he's also like emphasizing on the education itself, because in order for people to understand certain things, right, they need to be educated in terms of what are we talking about? Because that's why now the education is being enforced, because people need to learn the language of a certain point. People in society.
No, my bad, my boy. Yeah, facts. No, you're right.
Yeah, you understand. So it's like people need to let's say business, right? Where you go to school and then you learn the language of business.
Mm.
You go to school, you learn the language of animal science, you
Yeah,
learn the
yeah.
language of accounting, you learn the language of science. They teach you how to speak the language, so that when people are speaking, you are able to understand what they're speaking about. You understand? When you mention a principle within that field, you are able to pick up the principle and be like, oh, I am aware of that specific principle. You understand? Because now, if you're going to argue with someone that has learned the language, it's like me and you arguing in English, for example, to simplify everything. Me and you arguing in English. Are you painting the bigger picture for them? Me and you arguing in English, right?
Okay.
And then you know better English.
Okay.
You will have more power to argue.
Yeah, true.
You understand? Than I have. Because why? I don't know the language.
You know English as good as I know English.
You understand? But when I learn the language now, I'm able to challenge you. I'm able to ask you the right questions. And I'm able to get the right information from you because I speak the language. You understand?
No, you're right.
Because now,
you're right.
imagine if maybe an alien came into the world, the communication would be hard because now we don't speak the same language. The moment you're able to speak the same language, you're able to you're able to ask the right questions and get the right answers. The data.
Yo, I think we lost track. Where were we before we started talking about? I think we were talking about another topic, man.
Yeah.
And I completely lost my mind. But I get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I making sense, though?
Yeah, you're making sense. I get you. That's how it is. You need to.
Mm.
I think we deviated from the initial point that we had, and we came into this point. And yeah, my boy, you're right about this. Like, you're very right.
Okay, guys. I think that's the end of this episode. That was a very wonderful episode. I know, guys, it was. No, we make sure have conversations going on.
Yeah, that's just.
We try because we always have so many things to touch and talk about, and we try to all squeeze it into one video
thing. It's
to
very
get
hard.
people's opinions. But
I think as time goes, we'll try our best to stick into like topics.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let us know what you guys want us to talk about. What
can you just randomly talk, or should it be like topic based?
Mainly topic based. If it's topic, you
don't
want us to open the mind and dive into the mind.
If they want topic based, like we just see how it goes.
Yeah, if dive into the mind that specific topic.
The scramble of multiple topics and multiple.
Yeah.
Like a minute, we talk about 3 different topics, then it's fine. But if you want something more, because people don't want to listen to like multiple different things. They want like a
proper script.
We don't script. See as Kulume and Jetin. So also what we're saying is not factual. These are opinions, and I personally say that if I like people who argue. I like arguing people because I like arguing people because I want.
Hopefully, guys don't get physical, guys.
I know, but
argue your point out and be open-minded.
I want people to be able to question whatever I said because that shows intelligence. Being able to question shows that this person is interested. And they can build onto it. So I say what I say because it's the research that I've done. My research is not accurate. It's not 100% correct. And if you have different opinions, that's perfect. Then we can start a conversation. Because you can't have a conversation with someone that agrees with you about everything.
What do you call those people that give out information and then they're accredited sources? We are not accredited sources.
We are not accredited.
Do you think that thing of accredited sources is important?
I don't know. That's cool. Anyways,
maybe that could be something to cover next time.
Yeah, that could be a good topic.
But yeah, anyways, guys, have a good day. Have a good
night.
I don't know if we're gonna drop this for either night or day. But yeah, just be on the lookout.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, have a good one,
guys. Yeah. That was nice.
That was nice. That was nice.
Boy, yo.